Hey y'all, got me a big thing of hamburger meat. He said in the afternoon. I didn't eat any lunch. Let me think, what time is it? What time is it? I can't even see my clock. It is 2:30 in the afternoon and I got hungry. So I'm gonna make me a patty and I'm gonna put some onions and mushrooms in it and I'm gonna make some gravy with it and I'm gonna eat a leftover biscuit. Sometimes you get hungry right in the middle of the afternoon. I think about my daddy. God rest his soul. Let me wash my hands off. He would lay down in the afternoon after lunch during the winter time. I know I've got on a flannel shirt today, but heck, I'm cold. I guess it's all this rain we've been having. I feel just kind of cold. But Daddy would get in his lazy boy, and he did this a lot. He did it a lot on Sunday afternoons. He would get in his lazy boy and read the Sunday paper. And then, I don't know if your daddy did it too, or if your uncle or anybody like that. Maybe do Mama. I never saw my mama do it, but your mama might have done it. They actually open up the newspaper like this. They're laying back in the lazy boy and they cover up with it. They just let the paper, that big piece of paper, go all over their stomach and their chest and everything. And he said it kept him warm. And you know, it did. Paper is real warm. It will keep you warm. Beats all I've ever seen, but some people in the olden days, I think they used to use it as insulation in their house. Okay, well that's not cooking yet. I've got my onions already cut up. I got my mushrooms cut up. I got my leftover biscuit right here. So this is kind of a late afternoon brunch. While it's cooking, I want to tell you something that happened today. I was over at the Cottle house this morning, and y'all watched the live of me being over there. But anyway, this lady was over there, and she was 83 years old. Her skin looked wonderful. And it looked real moist. It would look real moist. And you know what? This tallow face cream will do that for you. I don't know if you can see or not. I mean, I've got wrinkles. I'm not saying it gets rid of wrinkles, because it doesn't. But what it does do is this. It keeps your face so moist that those wrinkles don't want to form to start with. And it softens them. Because I've got some right up here. And when I don't have this on, they look deeper or more pronounced, I guess you'd say. And so here's what I do with this tallow. Tallow means fat. This is tallow face cream. This is made out of animal fat, and it's cow fat. Did you ever think you'd be smearing cow fat on your face? Well, I do. There we go. So anyway, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. What I do is this, and y'all, I wouldn't tell you this if it didn't work. Wet your face. Just go in there and just wet it real good. Give it time, and just kind of blot it one time, and just get the excess off. But leave it moist, leave it wet, and as soon as it gets wet, as soon as you get through doing that little bit, you're not gonna need but that much. And put a little bit on each side. And then just work it into that wet skin. And it smears better if your skin is wet. And you're going to notice an immediate difference in it. And then when you go to bed that night, do the same thing. If you take a shower at night, don't dry your face off. You get out of that shower and you put that cream on your face just as soon as you get out of that shower. I'm telling you, that's what you need to be doing. And it does not get rid of wrinkles, but it's going to cause more wrinkles not to form. And it's going to do that, and it's going to soften the wrinkles that you have. Because I can't get rid of those. I mean, I got a neat one right there, and I've got one right here that keeps coming up. Hey, and when I smile, I got a bunch of them. But I'm going to keep on smiling. I don't care if they show or not. I'm going to do that. You'll like it, though. I know you will. So this is an afternoon. If you got you a hamburger, any hamburger meat, why don't you go in there real quick and make you a patty and catch up with me. And we'll make us a hamburger steak together. Go over a leftover biscuit. Have you got a leftover biscuit? Oh, gosh. All right, let's cook this just a little while, Liz, until it gets brown on both sides. The hamburger is not completely done, but it's just about done, okay? It's just about done. I've got a little white dot on my screen. I turned you off for a second because I wasn't sure what that meant. All right, when it gets done like this, or kind of sort of done, turn it down to a kind of low. All right, and this is where you're going to put your stuff in. All right, here's my mushrooms. I've cut up 3 mushrooms, except one of them I forgot to cut it up. I don't know how that happened, but it did. There we go. Oh my goodness, Brenda. All right, now we're going to put in, this is a half of an onion, and I've just rough cubed it a little bit, like that. And I'm going to put a top over it. This helps to make it smother fry in there so those onions get tender. Now, they won't be brown, but they will be good and tender. And by the way, one of you sent me this shirt. I think about like 2 years ago, maybe 3. It's a flannel shirt, and it feels so good. I love flannel shirts. Matter of fact, I went to one of those, it's a man's sporting goods store. I'm trying to think of the name, Outdoor something. They sell fishing supplies. It's real nice. But anyway, I went to the men's department, and I bought me my own. I bought a flannel shirt. It was a man's shirt. And you know, did you know they button different from women? Women go one way and the man goes the other way. They don't even button the same. This one's real thin and it feels good. I've got a red checkered shirt. I've got this one, and I've got a kind of a bluish green checkered that somebody gave me. They feel just absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Ooh, these onions smell so good. I wish y'all could smell them. They smell so divine. Lids of pots come in handy when you're cooking something. I want to go back right now to that story about my daddy and his newspaper, covering up with his newspaper. Not only did I see him do it, but I saw my big daddy do it too. That was his daddy. And they would do all kind of crazy stuff. Like this right here, let me show you what my big daddy would do. His back would itch, and he'd get up to the door like this and do this. Just scratch his old back like this. Well, I've got a place on my back that itches all the time. I had told y'all about it before. And when I went to the skin doctor, I told him, I said, look at my back real good. I've got a place right here that just itches so bad all the time. And I said, what do you see back there? He said, darling, you ain't got nothing back there. It's just skin. There's nothing that should be itching. I said, well, I'm itching. He said, well, I hate to tell you this, but what it is it's, there's a mushroom that fell out. Y'all didn't even tell me. He said it's old age. This is what he says happens. He told me that when you get old, your nerve endings in your back or wherever want to kind of come out close to the skin. And he said it's the nerve endings. See, it's just in one spot, just right there. And he said it's the nerve endings. And I thought, man, well, I don't like that. That doesn't feel good. All right, I think this is about ready. So here's what you do now. Our hamburger's probably ready. I got a little bit of white lily flour. I'm using self-rising. Can y'all see how tender that is right there? See the onions, how they're just real tender, and the mushrooms and all. There's your hamburger thing. All right, so what you do now, you leave that grease in there and put your little flour here and there. I don't know, a teaspoon or two. Kind of mix it in a little bit. Like that, till it absorbs some of that grease. You got to tell if you need some more flour or not. You want it to put enough in there to absorb. That's enough. I'm not going to use the rest of it. To absorb whatever grease you've got in there, okay? Okay, I'm going to turn it back up now a little bit. And kind of mix that flour in there. Like that. Let me get it brown. This is real good. You can fix something like this for you and your husband. Just fix a little bit bigger skillet so you can do him 2 patties and you 1. All right, it's getting brown. Our flour's cooking in there. I'm getting it real hot. I'm gonna have some water with this. I hadn't been drinking enough water lately. I forget to do that. I forget. And I know I'm supposed to, and I don't know, I forget. Right now I'm gonna put just a little water in there, and I don't know how much. We're gonna judge it. Onions and everything get mixed in there good. Oh, this is going to be delicious. All right, we're going to need to salt and pepper our gravy. Onion and mushroom gravy. This is the pepper. Not a lot there. Y'all know I love black pepper. Put a little salt. All right, do you see how that's getting a little bit too thick right there? Can you see it? Seems like it's getting a little bit too thick. Then add you just a little more water. There's nothing to it. Right. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. I bought me some tomatoes. I wonder what I did with them. I want a tomato with this. Oh yeah, now I know what I did with them. I put them on the table. They were so pretty, I thought maybe we could decorate with them. I'm going to wash this off and we're going to have a tomato with ours. I don't know if y'all love tomatoes with your hamburger steak. Well, this lady does right here. I love a good tomato with gravy over it. I'm going to turn it off. Let's fix our plate. Let's fix our plate. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is to split my biscuit open. My leftover biscuit. I'm only going to eat one because it's going to be plenty. like that. Get me a big spoon now. Or a spoon of some sort anyway. I'm going to put my meat on there. On my plate. Get me some of those good mushroom gravies. Onions. Put it over my biscuit like this. And that looking good. Now we're going to get this little, what in the world? Get this little tomato right here. Cut the stem out of it. It doesn't look great, but hey, I can't help it. I'm going to cut it in two this way. And then cut me some wedges. I think I can eat a whole tomato. I think I can. Somebody that their husband died like mine did. They said, Brenda, you cook for yourself, don't you? I said, well, certainly I cook for myself. I'm hungry. And they said, since my husband died, I don't cook for myself hardly ever. I said, what do you eat? You know, I'm curious, like, well, what do you eat? They said, well, I'll eat some cereal or, you know, some peanut butter or an apple or something like that. I said, well, I can't do it. I cannot do that. I got to have some real food. Put a little bit of this over my tomatoes. What you say? Get my fork. Are y'all ready to take a bite? Are you ready to take a bite? No, now y'all get you some of that cream. I'm telling you, it'll last forever. You don't put much on your face. Y'all are gonna love it. But remember, wet your face first. All right, here's my, well, it's in the middle of the afternoon, but this is really my supper. I'm gonna just probably not eat hardly anything for supper because this is a big meal. A whole tomato, a half an onion, 3 mushrooms, about 2 teaspoons of flour, water, and a hamburger patty. Have you got all these ingredients? Have you got them right now? Make you one. Make you this. It is delicious. When you get a hamburger with all this gravy over it and your biscuit, if you had got a biscuit, get you some loaf bread. We used to eat we called it gravy bread. It's so good. And make you some gravy bread. I know this looks like a big fat mess, but it's good. And when you put your gravy over that biscuit, it makes it so tender. Here's a bite of onion, gravy, and biscuits right here. It's so good. Here's a mushroom. I love mushrooms. Y'all are going to love this. You're going to love it. And you've got probably have you got an eating hamburger? If you don't, get you out a piece of chicken and hit it a bunch of times like what you call it? Chicken fried steak. Just hit it like that. And you go get chicken fried and fry it in a little oil because it won't have any grease in it like this does. And then when it gets kind of sort of tender, take it back, make your gravy and put your onions and mushrooms or whatever you've got in it. It's going to be good, y'all. Y'all have a good afternoon. You know I love you. Y'all just take care. And I'm stuck inside because it's still raining And so I just got through greasing my face a while ago, and I'm going to eat. I'm going to go back to my painting. I'm painting today because I can't do anything outside. Y'all have a great afternoon. Love you. Bye-bye.